How are we, lads? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name is Nick from Australia. Welcome to a Tuesday night live stream. I know it's a bit late, 9:18 p.m., so not the ideal time slot to be going live, but I just thought I'd come on here and talk some footy with you, answer some questions, and sort of just chill out for about 20, 25 minutes, whatever. We've got Cody's Footy World on the line as well. How are you, Cody?
Yeah, I'm doing very well, Nick. This is a really unique, interesting setup here, but I like it. But yeah, I'm doing very well. It's been a while since been on the channel, but no, it's good. It's good
Yeah,
to
there's a
see you
few
once
different
again.
ways. There's a few different ways you can live stream off your phone now on YouTube. They've got some new settings and you can invite people on, which is really cool. So I hope everyone's doing well. I wasn't gonna go live tonight, but I thought, you know what, might as well just do something, man. I've just been like wandering around the house and not really doing a whole lot tonight. So I thought, come on here and talk to the fans, talk some footy, because how good is the footy at the moment, man. Like, we're getting close to finals, a lot of important games coming up, and we're going to be at Tigers Cowboys on Thursday night, Cody, and then I'm going to be at Seabus on Saturday for Titans versus Broncos. So yeah, it's going to be a great week, man. It's going to be a great week.
Yep,
I believe you're going to Tigers Cowboys as well, and then you're going to be going to South Sharks.
yep, that is correct. Tigers Cowboys. Sorry, first time at Leichhardt, funny enough, and
Me too.
first time at Shark Park. Never been to either ground, so it should be a really exciting weekend ahead.
Should be good. Let me just move this bloody camera in a little bit. A lot of the chat. Let's see what we got here. We've got SS Storm fan. We've got Lockie. We got Michael. We got Sahir, Luke, Will, Faraz. Everyone that's here. Hope you're all doing well. Don't forget to like the stream as well, guys. Would really appreciate that. G'day to Jope as well. And also, if you want to donate to the channel, you can as well. There's ways you can do that. You can use PayPal, you can use Super Chat, you can use PayID. There's ways you can donate if you want to go above and beyond and support the channel in a more financial way. You can do that. But let's just get to the questions because there's a couple that have been thrown in already. There was one about the Sharks that interested me. I wanted to look at. So here asks, are the Sharks contenders at all? Oh, look, probably when they beat Melbourne and who was the other team they beat back to back? Roosters. When they beat those two back to back, I was like, yeah, they're contenders. But they're probably not. I don't think they are now. What do you think, Cody?
Well, after they started off the first half of the season well, they only recorded 2 wins in the last 7 games or so, but where they are at the moment, yeah, I don't think they're a contender anymore. Honestly, I think they're gonna fall out of the top four within the next few weeks. I reckon.
With all due respect to the Sharks, and like, don't get me wrong, like they've got a very, very good roster, and they've got a lot of good things going for them. It's just if they do make the top four, no one's going to be convinced that they're going to do much. I know you need top four to do something, but I don't know. I just think 4 or 5 teams that are below them are probably playing better than Cronulla right now.
Yep,
They
I
probably
agree.
are. Dogs are playing better. Manly are playing better. Cowboys are playing better. Um, Dolphins were playing better until the Titans game on the weekend, but I don't know. Sharks are a very. I mean, look, the Sharks are a top 8 side for sure, but they're probably not a contender. I don't think they are.
No, no, they'll go out in the first week. I reckon.
Maybe next year when they get Fanua Blake and their forwards will probably be a lot stronger next season. And I think next year will be like their third or fourth year together as a group, like similar players. So maybe it's just going to take them a couple of years to get it right, and then next year they might just go right. We're here to do it, but we'll see. A few questions above that I wanted to get to that I did miss. What's wrong with Brisbane? Um, Look, I don't really want to talk about the Broncos too much because it's all I've been hearing on social media. But what I think's wrong with them is I think it's culture. I think it's injuries. I think it's a mixture of everything that can go wrong. Um, I don't think you can blame it all on injuries because every team goes through injuries throughout the season. That's just how it goes, man. Like we've seen Melbourne without Munster majority of the year and Pappenhausen for a while, and they're still on top of the ladder by 2 games. Penrith have had Cleary out for most of the year, yet they're still second. Um, Bulldogs have had a number of injuries, yet they're still rising. The Dragons, um, who were told they'd come last, are going pretty good. Um, yeah, every team's had injuries. I don't think you can always blame the injuries, but I just think the Broncos' depth hasn't really done their job at the level that you'd like them to do. And I just think it's a mixture of everything, bro. Grand final hangover. Yeah, just, yeah, I don't know. What do you think, Cody? What do you think about the Broncos?
Yeah, I mean, every team goes through this. You can't just blame injuries. You can blame a bit of part on the coaching staff, trainers, the players
Players.
themselves. I mean, Brisbane, they've gone through origin slumps for so many years now. Like most years during origin period, they slump towards the
Mm,
bottom of the eight, even outside the top eight. And I mean, yeah, and mainly from the grand final hangover when they did lead against Penrith and they let them catch up and win.
yeah.
But honestly, I think it's just the players and the coaching themselves. It's letting them down the most.
I just think everyone involved in the Broncos just all need to be better. Now, I don't know why I've done it. I probably shouldn't have, but I'm going to stick with it. I have tipped Brisbane to win this weekend against the Titans. I don't know why I'm doing that. Maybe because maybe because they're big name players. Just need to step up, but I've got no confidence in that game whatsoever, man.
No,
Uh,
same here. But I've gone the Titans, but that game
tough,
could go just like that.
tough, tough one to call. Here's one. Here's a good question, Michael here. Hi Nick, do you think the NRL should move State of Origin on Friday instead of Wednesday, and have no games during after Origin, and just have all buys for all 3 Origins? No. Problem
No,
with that. The problem with that. Channel 9 will have nothing to broadcast except the Origin, and they'll be making no money over the weekend if they don't have anything on. Fox Sports will be absolutely fuming because they stream every game on KO, regardless of Channel 9 are having it or not. So Fox Sports and Channel 9 will be making no money whatsoever. There'll be no revenue. I know the girls could play their Origins as well that same weekend, but there isn't going to be enough money going in. It just won't happen, bro. The money will be a problem. There won't be enough rugby league product for the people of the fans, and you would probably make the season longer if that happened. There's also been a suggestion of it being on Monday nights. Hate that even more. Just leave it.
it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work.
Leave it as
Yeah,
leave it as it is. Leave it as it is. I think it's fine as it is. But I do understand the question, but nah, broadcasters wouldn't like it. That'd be filthy. Here we go. Thoughts on the Val Holmes situation might be going to the Dragons. Okay, I've been hearing this since Sunday. Let me just start with this. F A K E N E W S. Fake news. Valentine Holmes is going to test himself on the market because he wants to see what he's worth. The Cowboys have given him permission to do so. There is no problem with that. If you read the article, it also states that the Cowboys want to extend Valentine Holmes. The reason why it looks so crazy to everyone is because Valentine Holmes is going to have to take a pay cut. No club is going to pay Valentine Holmes $900,000 to $1 million. If you do, you're taking a huge risk. I think Valentine Holmes is worth probably 700 to 750,000 a season, and he's from Townsville. I can't see Val leaving. The only way he'd leave is if a stupid, desperate club wanted to pay $1 million for Val Holmes. Won't happen. He'll stay at the Cowboys. He'll just have to take less. And I think he will. I think he's happy in Townsville. I know his form this year has been a bit up and down, but it's footy. Everyone has their up and down seasons. It's just how it goes. Not every single elite rugby league player is going to have a 10 out of 10 season. They have the bad years. Look, you look at the likes of Johns, Thurston, Lockyer, Cronk, Smith, Slater. They've all had their seasons where they've been probably a 7 out of 10 or 6 out of 10, where they could have been a 9 out of 10, but they just, things weren't going the way they'd like. We're talking about some of the greats of the game. Everyone has a year where they're a bit off. It's just how it is. It's how it goes. Look at Greg Inglis. Greg Inglis is potentially a future immortal, one of the legends, a legend of the game. He's had off seasons, man. You've had Sam Burgess. You've had who else is there? There's so many players I can go. Benji Marshall. There's so many guys. They've all had their up and down years. It's just how it is. It's part of the game. Part of the game. I don't see Val leaving, and if you believe he's leaving, you're probably going to get proven wrong. Who will win halfback of the year? Halfback of the year. I'm going to go Jerome Hughes. Who do you reckon will win it, Cody?
Ooh, that halfback is one of the more difficult ones. If we're talking about this year, I'll definitely have to say Hughes. Even though he's been a bit underrated for the last few
Yeah.
seasons, definitely this year's been his best year. But while Munster is out, he's been pretty much carrying the Storm side for some of the games. And I think, yeah, he's just been doing very well for what he's been doing. At least one try assist each game so far this year, and pulling out bangers. So, I mean, I don't see why not. He can't get it.
Mate, I reckon Jerome Hughes, number one. DCE, probably second. He's been great all year at Manly, DCE. And close runner up for third.
Mm.
I would probably have to go Sam Walker.
Yep, fair.
Can't name anyone else. Cleary's been injured. Sexton, no way.
Moses, Moses injured.
Yeah, Moses injured. Fogarty's been injured a lot. Actually, Isaiah Katoa could be up there. It could be 3 or 4. He's had a great year at the Dolphins.
Yeah.
He could. He's been really good. Actually, you know what? I reckon I'd have Isaiah Katoa over Sam Walker this year as halfback on form. I would. I would. He's been consistent
Bold
as.
call there, but like
No
it.
one talks about Isaiah Katoa. I think he's been fantastic. Been
Yeah,
outstanding.
fair.
Andrew. I think Jason Taumalolo has been overrated for the last 3 years. Do you think he is still worth $1 million? Okay, so this is a tough one because Taumalolo has had a few injuries, and yes, his form has been a mixed bag, probably. 2022, Taumalolo was phenomenal. He had a great year. Cowboys come top 4 that year, and he played well. 2023, probably up and down, probably a mixed bag. The first 10 weeks of this season, definitely below his best. But since that Rabbitohs game, or probably even the back end of the Titans match at Seabus, Taumalolo has gone from probably a 4 out of 10 to an 8 out of 10. Oh, don't know what happened there. Cody's just getting the connection fixed. All good, bro. Taumalolo, he's definitely gone up.
Jason,
What am
yeah.
I echoing? Is there something on in the background there, Cody? Apparently,
Wait, what happened?
I'm echoing on your end.
No, I just lost connection. That's all.
Oh, okay. Well, your volume dropped a bit too.
Oh, I'll try and fix it.
Do you want to try like exit and then join back? Like, try and sort it out.
I'll join back.
All right, sweet. We'll get Cody back on in a minute. Whatever's going on there. All right, sorry guys. We'll get Cody back in a moment. Look, Taumalolo, I think he earned the $1 million contract, but is he worth $1 million right now? Probably not. And look, I love Taumalolo. I think he's one of the best Cowboys players of all time, and he's one of the nicest blokes you'll ever meet. But I just feel, based off the salary cap and how things are, he's probably worth $700,000. Like, he's probably not worth the $1 million price tag. I love him, but love him to death. What do we got here? Do you think the NRL should bring back the rep footy like test matches? Hang on, Cody's coming back. Sorry, guys. Like Australia versus New Zealand. Yeah, they should. They should bring it back. Here we go. You good, Cody?
Yep, better.
Yeah, we're fixed. You're all good. Sound good. All right, next question. What have we got here? Stephen Crichton signing of the year. Do you agree with that?
I'd say he's up there, but probably not the best signing of the year this year.
Who would you
He's
say?
definitely up there. It's tough, but quite
I know
tough.
you don't like him, but Spencer Lenu has been phenomenal. Since he come back from his suspension, Lenu would be up there for me. You got Critter, who's been great at the Dogs. Herbie Farmworth at the Dolphins has been a great signing. There's a few, bro. There is a few.
Well, yeah, I'll probably have to say Spencer Lenu, honestly. I mean, after all the shit that went down for the first half for him, since he came back in during Origin, unstoppable machine.
I might go. I might go Critter. I love Critter. I think he's a weapon.
Yeah,
Do
cool.
you think the NRL should bring back City vs Country? Thumbs up for me. Got it.
I agree.
How good is City Country? I'll miss that shit. I'm a country boy, so I'd love it if they came back. I'd love it if they brought it back. I'm a country boy, born in the country, so yeah, I'd love that to come back. To be honest, I'd love it.
I mean, why not bring all the fixtures that we had all over the years? That'll make the make the NRL better.
The Anzac Test, Australia versus New Zealand.
Yep, the Auckland Nines or NRL Nines.
Oh, the NRL Nines. How good was that? That was fun. That was fun. What do we got here? Most underrated grand final. Oh, underrated grand final. It's a tough question. What do you reckon, Cody? Underrated grand final.
Well, if we're talking about the NRL era only,
We are.
and underrated,
I'm going to go with. Okay, I know there were some bad calls in this game, but I really enjoyed the 2013 grand final, Roosters Manly. There were some bullshit calls in that game. I did enjoy it, and I did enjoy 2010 Dragons Roosters. I know Dragons won by a fair margin, but I did enjoy that.
Yep. If I had to choose one, I think I had to be the 2011 grand final between Manly and the Warriors. I know it was quite
nobody saw that coming. No
I
one
know
saw
it was quite predictable for Manly to win that, but who expected the Warriors to make the grand final from outside the top four?
Yeah, I think they finished sixth that season, so they did well. They did
Indeed.
well that year, the Warriors. That was good. I enjoyed that. Oh, here's a question for us. This is a tough one. Worst loss you boys have faced as respected fans. Okay, so let's do it based off at the game live.
All right.
God, there's been a few for me that I'd love to forget about.
Yep. Especially 2017. That was the worst one. Against Melbourne when we lost 64-4
Oh,
in
gee.
2017.
Was that the game where Vunivalu jumped and he pulled his knees out or something?
Yeah, I think it was.
I remember that.
It was round 25 of that season too.
Worst game I've experienced live. Goodness me. Oh, there's been a few shockers, man. Let me tell you. I'll give you three that I really didn't like.
Yep.
Broncos Cowboys earlier this year up at Suncorp was shocking. Had to deal with those disgusting Broncos fans, and the way they carry on was tough to deal with. Um, Titans Cowboys last season, 2023 at Seabus. That was a shit show. And the other one I really didn't like was probably oh, you know what? To be completely honest with you, that Dogs Cowboys game last year at a call, the
We lost by 1 point.
field goal from Burton, that just sucked the life out of me, man. That sucked the life out of me. That was pain. Like I don't cry after games usually, but fuck, I wanted to cry after that. That was painful. That was painful. Um, what have we got here? Game of the season so far. Oh,
That's a tough one.
game of the season so far. There's been a few bangers.
Well, I can
What,
give you two or
what
one
was
of
that
them.
Manly game earlier this year? That was a banger.
Mm.
Um, Dolphins and Storm a few weeks ago was a banger. I enjoyed that.
Yeah,
That was a
Cowboys Manly. That was a very enjoyable game,
yeah, that just killed me that
despite
game.
the amount of missed field goals.
Let's not talk about that.
Made me ground Panthers Warriors.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I wasn't really too much into that game. I think I got there like 10 minutes late anyway, and I was so hungover from the Cowboys game. Um, yeah, Storm and Broncos round 5 was good. Did enjoy that. Oh, Melbourne Warriors round 2, yeah, Xavier Coates. There's been some bangers. I know I'm missing one. There was a Manly game that was really entertaining.
Was it probably the draw game against the Warriors?
Nah, it wasn't that because I barely saw it because I was at Combank. It's only a few weeks ago too.
Mm.
I don't remember who it was against. Roosters Cowboys, yeah, that was a cracker. I love that game. Now Roosters South round 3 was terrible because it was so one sided. Wasn't a great game to watch live in person. There's been some bangers, man. Oh, Dolphins Panthers the other week was a cracker.
Yeah, Penrith's lucky to get that one.
I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that Panthers Dolphins game the other week. That was a cracking game. Manly Bronx. No, I didn't like that game at Magic Round. I wanted to go to.
That game was terrible.
I did not like that game at all. A lot of errors. I think I shit all over that game in my vlog. Didn't like that. Nah, Manly Titans was shit. Oh yeah, Roosters Sharks. That's the one I'm forgetting. That was a banger at Magic Round. That was a great game. Yeah, there's been
Yes, it
some good
was.
ones. There's been some good ones, man. There's been some absolute good ones. All right, some more questions here. Let's get to a few more questions before we wrap things up here. Favorite footy potty to listen to? Um, yeah, probably Levels. I do love the Levels Network. I love Willie Mason and Horror. Love their podcast. Um, my favourite one at the moment is probably About Even from Tom, Eddie, Guru, and Sebo. I enjoy theirs. About Even is probably my favourite to watch because I get some they do great bets and stuff. So probably Levels and About Even are probably my two favourite at the moment. What about you, Cody? Do you listen to any podcasts?
Yeah, I do when I get the chance, but I always say the Bloke in the Bar podcast whenever I get the chance to listen to them.
Yeah, they're good, and plus they're very well known. Like everyone knows who they are, bro.
Yep.
Everyone knows them. Um, actually, do have an announcement for you guys. So probably won't happen tomorrow night just because people's availability. But I am going to be starting up a brand new podcast probably next week. So just let everyone know about that. Next week, I'll be starting a new podcast. Um, I'm in talks with some of the boys. So next week will probably be better. I wanted to start it tomorrow, but a couple of the boys have told me privately that they probably can't do tomorrow. So next week, I'd like to start a new podcast. Still trying to come up with a name for the podcast. So probably next week will be the beginning of a new podcast.
Nice.
Question. One of the OGs, all that champion in the chat is Kurt Capewell past his prime. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, he is.
I will say last weekend when the Warriors played the Tigers, that was probably Kurt Capewell's best game in probably 6 to 8 weeks. Maybe one of his best games of the whole year. But yeah, Capewell's definitely past his prime, bro. And I said at the start of the year, Capewell would be a dud signing for the Warriors, and I think I've been proven right by that. He hasn't done fuck all.
He's been quiet this year.
And he's been injured a lot too, which hasn't helped either. Yeah. All right. Two more questions, I reckon, and then we're going to wrap it up. What's your favourite State of Origin series you have watched? Oh, wow. I've got two. 2014, Game 2, Trent Hawkinson scoring, kicking the goal to win. First time in 8 years. I love Trent Hawkinson, 2014. And the other one, I think it was 2019, Tedesco to win the game. That was my
Yep.
favourite.
Yep, I agree with 2019 Game 3. And then Game 3 this year as well.
Yeah, this year was a good one. I can't put it on the same level as 14 and 19. I just think 14 had more of a meaning to it just because first time in 8 years, and it was the Trent Hawkinson and Jared Haynes show. And 2019 was scores were level with like 30 seconds to go, and then Tedesco scored. Like I love that game. And last question we'll answer: are the Roosters the big deal, or will they choke? I'm not trying to sound like a dick, but my opinion, the Roosters, they'll make the finals. They'll probably make the top four, but I reckon they're going out in straight sets.
But yeah, well, I think they'll just finish in the top 4, lose the first week, win the second week, and go out in the preliminary final.
I reckon they'll lose the first week and they'll go out in the second week.
Fair enough.
I don't believe in the Roosters, bro. They haven't beat anyone that's fantastic. They barely survived the Manly team that lost the winger and the centre. They were up against two back rowers in the centres, and they throw 3 intercepts and nearly get beat. And then they beat a Bulldogs team during Origin at Central Coast. They lose to Melbourne. They lose to Penrith. They lost to Melbourne twice. Lost to Penrith. Lost to Manly at Brookie earlier in the year. They lost to the Sharks at Magic Round. They lost to the Cowboys, who had 6 players out at Allianz as well. Cowboys were $6 to win, mind you. And yeah, Roosters, they're nothing special. And The Dolphins will beat them on Friday night.
Fair enough.
I don't believe in them. I think they're overrated, and I think they're going down. I don't care. I don't care how good. I don't care how good they look on paper. They're going down. But we'll see. I could be right. I could be wrong. We'll see what happens. But you take the good with the bad when it comes to bold predictions like that. All right, Cody. Let's wrap it up, bro. Thanks for coming on. I appreciate your time, bro. And see you Thursday.
Yeah, no worries, Nick. Thanks for having me on as always. And yes, I'll see you on Thursday at Leichhardt.
Bring it on. Bring it on. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see us tomorrow night. I've got a video planned for tomorrow night, so stay tuned for that. Like and subscribe, and have a good one. See you later. Go the Cowboys.